Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is hautemesstom, and if you are new here, I would love for you to both like and subscribe to my channel. I'm currently on a 6-month no-buy, so I'm spending the rest of the year really taking a look at my collection as it currently stands and seeing what I actually like and what I actually don't. I've built a pretty big collection over the years, so that is kind of the goal. That is the reason for the season. That's why we're here. If you aren't new here, hi, welcome back. It's so nice to see you again. So what I thought would be fun for today, like a little fun and flirty summer moment, would be to show you, so I'm like exploring the world a little bit more, but also like hesitantly. There's a lot of things making me feel some kind of way about, you know, existing in this plane, this series of life that we are all currently living in. So I wanted to share with you, I have kind of developed a go-to look for when I go out and about, because it's like too hot to do the most. And now some of you might wear a lot less makeup than what I even going to do, but this is like the least for me when I like put on makeup. So it's like, we're gonna do like one eyeshadow, a little like skin tint moment, powder, so much fucking powder, and some stuff from my project pan, which has been working very nicely for me this summer. So we're gonna take it step by step, the way I would apply it. Sorry, my allergies are out of control, so I promise you, like, I'm not doing any extracurricular activities that one might associate with, you know, rubbing your nose consistently. My first step is the Air Atelier Eye Primer. This is it right here. I talk about this a lot on my channel, but I think it's like slept on. I don't know anyone else who's talking about Air Atelier, but I really like it because I've put eyeshadow on and then worked out with this and like no creasing. I have very oily eyelids, so I need to play the game, okay? Like we're playing. I'm very much a person who like does a little, just gentle massaging of it into the skin. Just a gentle, I don't use the brush to do it, but I might have to turn on my fan. I am also, just FYI, it's like hot enough that I'm like not wearing pants while I'm recording this. I have underwear on though, so it's not too scandalous. So this is the eyeshadow I've been wearing like on, so this is Wild at Heart from Tarte. It is one of their chrome paints. It is just a nice little wash, a little something something to put on the eye, a little shimmer. Now, if you have watched my channel before and watched me do like a makeup application, I typically set my eye base, but not for this because I'm just putting one shadow on. And what's nice about this shadow is because it has like a lot of dimension to it. It has like, I would say it's probably a duochrome, not quite a multi-chrome, but it's like a very light duochrome. What happens is whenever the eye is resting and in shadow, what happens is it kind of naturally makes this outer corner darker on its own, and it's like the shift, and then the lid is green, but then there's like a little bit of like a green, deep, like a red deepness to the outside corner. You can apply this with your finger too, but like, I don't feel like always getting my fingers dirty. Super easy breezy. That's it. I mean, if you wanted to even step it up a notch above that, I guess I could add some, you know, a little matte, a little bit of my bronzer on the outside corner to just give it a zhuzh. Okay, I realized that I have not wet my beauty sponge. Before I do that, let me talk about the primer I'm going to be using. So this is like an old standard, an old YouTube favorite. This is the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. So what I like about this, there's like a little bit of a gripping component to this, but it's not like too much, you know, not like too much like this one. It is like just the right amount of grip. It still feels like very moisturizing, and I just, you know, like I'm all about that moisture. I don't know how much you could get out of me applying primer to my face, but here's the footage. And well, I'm gonna let that set on my skin for a bit while I go wash, go get my beauty sponge dipped, my little beauty blender. Okay, so I'm back. My beauty sponge is deponned. dampened, if you will, we are gonna get into complexion. I always start with the eye just because like that's where I start, and also like this is glittery, so like if it like there is fallout because it's loose, but like I just kind of embrace it. But if you wanted to, this would be like an opportune time to like take some tape to your face and, you know, pick it up. But like I don't have time for that. Do you have time for that? I certainly don't. I also don't really like, it's not so much fallout that it feels like, you know, it's done too much. So my favorite complexions product of the summer, I really love this. This is the Givenchy City Tint Couture Balm. Or tint, well, sure. I said the words out of order, but here's the thing about this product. Here's the thing, and I know about it, and I'm gonna be honest with you. The shade range in this is abysmal. But I was gifted this in gratis when I worked at Sephora, and like I recommended this in my Sephora sale. Like, if you can find one of these that works for your skin tone, I highly recommend it. I will tell you that these all pull very yellow. They don't go light enough. They don't go deep enough, and there's like a lot of in between, but it's very yellow. So if you happen to have more like yellow leaning skin tone, I think you'll enjoy them. If you are fair and pink like me, it's like a little bit harder to do, but this one I can get away with. This is the lightest shade. It's C110, or there might be a shade lighter than this. This has SPF 25. If I was actually going outside, I would be putting an SPF on underneath, but I am not going anywhere today, so it's fine that this is just the only SPF that I put on. I've been applying this with a sponge, and I have just been truly thriving with this product. As I've been like reviewing foundations on my channel, if you are new here, I do lengthy, well, like multi-day wear test videos for foundations, and I've been working through all of the foundations I received in gratis, or even like doing ones that I have purchased, and just, you know, seeing how we fare. I was nervous when I pulled this out again because I wore this a lot last year, and I was nervous that when I put it on again this summer that I wasn't gonna enjoy it. Like maybe my taste had changed, but turns out unwarranted. Have been very much enjoying this. I like this. It looks very natural on the skin. It's like just enough coverage, like evens me out, you know, just enough. A very, like, I wouldn't say matte finish, but it definitely is like a, what's like a velvety finish. Like it does matten, like I'm oily, so it does mattens. It makes it like, it brings down my oil just like a little bit, but it's not by any means, like not super glossy, but it also isn't super matte. Like it just like lives in that beautiful in between. So for concealer, I've been using the YSL Touche Éclat Radiant Touch Concealer. This is in my Project Pan, so if you're interested in that, check the cards above. I am due for an update. So I will say I am someone, when I do like a full beat, will do like forehead, nose, and chin, like that. We will do all the highlights. But for everyday summer, honey, we are not gonna do all that. And the reason I like this concealer for the summer is super light coverage. It does the job. It makes the reflex happen. It just isn't too much, especially when I'm using like the skin tint. If I used a more high coverage concealer, it just would like look very weird whenever like everything looks very natural, and then like right under my eyes it's like high coverage. And I'm blessed enough that I don't have like very dark under eyes or like baggy under eyes, so like this works just fine for me. Also, I think this product is really good for brightening in general, but like I'm not really using it for coverage. I'm just using it to like bring a little bit of life under my eyes, and that's that. Now I'm gonna set my face. I have been loving the Laura Mercier setting powder, which is like, I know, like, yeah, old friend. It does a great job with oil control, specifically in the summertime, because it's, I would say it's one of the more matte powders that I have used. But if you use just the right amount, I've been using this for my foundation wear tests recently, and it has just been doing the trick. It's just like my old faithful. I can't be mad at her. I just can't be. She's like, she does the job. So we will be also using another powder a little bit later, like a finishing powder. And I often don't do that either. I normally just like do one powder and call it what it is. But because it's summertime, I'm even getting like roasty toasty sitting here. Also, like, it's Pittsburgh hot, so I guess it's like not the hottest that, like, it's 80 degrees, which is obviously roasty toasty, but I definitely don't live in a climate in which like we often hit 100, so Let's hope that we don't ever start hitting 100. For the rest of my face, let's keep getting. This is also in my project pan. I recently added this. This is the Rhodial number 3 Instaglam contouring powder. I added this to my project pan because I am someone who habitually pans contour. So this is kind of my gimme, but I really did want to try this. This is a deluxe sample. I don't know if I said that, but one of my friends owns a beauty store, an independent beauty store. It's called The Gilded Girl, and I will link that in my description below. They ship, and they carry just like brands that you don't see at Sephora. Some of the brands they carry you do see at Sephora, but a lot of them you do not. They are like brands that like I had never heard of before. Actually, she is the one who introduced me to Ritual Defee, which I thank her forever for, because a lot of my complexion drawer is just Ritual Defee. Anyway, I really like this. It's like the right level between, it's like cool enough but not too cool, but it's also like not gray. And I love a gray contour actually. I think it looks really good on me because I'm rather fair. For bronzer, if you are new here, this is in my project pan. I've had this for 5 years. And it's like I've used it a lot. I use it all the time. And ever since I started my project pan, it's the only bronzer I've been using. And it is something that I'm just trying to hit pan on so I can love some of my other bronzers. I don't have like a ton of bronzers. I have enough where it'd be like nice to rotate. I really do like this bronzer, but it's a discontinued product. So it is mostly my summer bronzer because it's in my project pan. Now I love a cream. I love a cream for summertime, especially in the bronzer category. I'm fair and I like want to be fair. I want to continue to be fair. I wear SPF in the summertime. I wear a good amount of SPF in the summertime. I'm not really trying to catch a tan. I'm not trying to catch that tan, even though I think tans look beautiful. It's not the journey that I'm on, right? Like, I know my place in this world and it is not as a tanned human. For blush, I have been loving, this is the Pat McGrath Labs Desert Orchid shade, and it is just I don't know what to call this shade, but it looks like this. She brings just the right amount of life to me, but also isn't too rosy because it's, you know, like tan. It's just like, it really works for me. I have like come into like a love-hate relationship with the brush that I'm currently using. I like it sometimes, but then other times I think it like doesn't work at all. But for Pat McGrath's formula, it works rather well, but I don't love it for all formulas. For highlighter, it's another McGrath. It's another Pat McGrath product. This is the old packaging. This is also in my project pan, and this is the Nude Shiny Stick. And they make these, but now they come in like a white tube. I'm just gonna use the nude side, the highlighter side. There's a balm side, which is like encouraged to be like just to look dewy, but actually has no like shimmer to it. That side can kind of miss me. Like, it's fine, and I do sometimes use it as a base for like powder highlighters, but I really like this because it's like a glow, right? But it's not like it's neither here nor there. It's like very neutral, right? But it just like is that. She's like does that. It's not too much. Of course I love a highlighter that's too much, but I'm talking like this is just like the face I throw on, so I feel like a little bit better about the world, myself. I really love this highlighter. I'm not gonna do it today, I don't think, but if I'm feeling extra, I will top the Pat McGrath with the Ritual Defee, the Alchemist Highlight Intensifier. This is like one of my favorite products I've ever had in my entire life. I love the idea, the concept of a highlight for a highlight. How could you say no to that? Like, I'm saying no today, but that's just because I have strong willpower. Let's throw some mascara on. This mascara I don't particularly pick because of summertime, but this is the Shock from YSL. It just is my favorite mascara. And when I first rebooted my channel earlier this year, I had a bunch of mascaras I had received in gratis. And I like was trying to work through them, and I just hated them all so much. And I was like, I'm just gonna go back to what I know. If in the future there's like a mascara that people rave about, I might seek it out. But like, I also think there's like nothing wrong with like having your favorite mascara be your favorite mascara. Like I think that's, I don't feel consistently like I need to try the new mascara, right? I don't really have a set lippy for my summer look. It kind of changes. So this is Pat McGrath's Peach Perversion Gloss. Sometimes I will throw on a lip liner, but like, we're girl on the go. So I am gonna actually finish off with, this is the, I always say Caudalie. This is Chantecaille's blurring powder, which is now a permanent product, which is great. I'm not saying that you need to run out and grab this product. I just am saying like, it really does something for me, but also it's like a very unapproachable price point. It does a very good job like giving the blurred effect on camera. In person, it's like a little more perceptible, like you can still see my pores, but on camera, it really like is a full filter for your face. So I finished with MAC Fix Plus because, you know, yeah, and that was a lot, right? I know that, but for whatever reason, the outro bit, is corrupt and I don't really know what happened. So I'm gonna throw up some images of the final look, I guess, and I hope if you liked this video, you'll subscribe and like the video. And if you like my voice and want to hear more of it, I have a couple podcasts that I appear on regularly, and you can find those in my description box below. Let me know what you are currently using this summertime. I would love to hear about it. Is there anything in your collection that you've revisited recently that you have thought, oh, I love that? Let me know. I would love to hear from you. I will see you in my next video. Toodle you. I'm going to try to make that work. I really want that to be a thing that I do, even though it's so cringe.